Hey guys, it's DownUnderThunder, and welcome to the Novocastrians podcast, where we talk everything Newcastle. And sadly, it was a loss to South Sydney. I did tip South Sydney win, but not like this. I feel like we were bad to Scotland. Was 36-18. There's things we did right, some things we did pretty badly, actually. You know what? But I'm gonna start off with tries. Sean Kenny-Dowell, actually, he's actually doing a good job. He's had some games where he's had his moments. I'll call them moments, all right? Because like I said in every other podcast, he's a rocks or diamonds type of player. That's how Joey sums him up, and that's the best way to describe him. And Sione Mataudia scored a good try, who I'll get to like in an analysis part of this video, but I'll get to Sione later. But he scored a good try. Tackles, I'm always impressed with Slade Griffin. He's like Kalen Ponga. I'm just gonna suck up. Like, come on, he's another great import. Like, I got to give Brown, with the players he's brought, I feel like he's made some pointless signings, and he's also made some bad signings, or just head scratches at the least. So Griffin, 47 tackles. He's averaging at least 30 tackles a game. The kid's a hard worker. This is what we need. I don't think we've... Like, do you know what I'm going to say? I'm getting a bit of a Denny Badiris vibe from him. Might be too... Is that too soon, or... Like, I don't know. The way he carries himself in the game, he comes up with the crucial ones, but I've kind of gone on. But Slade Griffin, once again, 47 tackles, good job. Even though, despite the loss, Herman Esse, who I also like, 39 tackles. The kid is he's willing to do the right things. Like in that Manly game last week, he was losing that battle against Martin Tabbar for sure, but the kid's got what it takes. He's going to kill it. And Lachlan Fitzgibbon, the golden boy of Newcastle, at 37 tackles. He's doing his job. He has a bit of problems, but they're not bad problems. But next is run meters, Sean Kenny-Dowell. Because when Sean Kenny-Dowell, he's really, really good to watch, Sean Kenny-Dowell. But when he is bad, it's just, what are you watching? Like, that's what he's like. And he had 216 run meters. He got us out of trouble in some instances, but where we just let ourselves down in defence. But Connor Watson, 163 meters. Like, I'm not a biggest fan of him, but he had a good game against Manly. He ran at the right times, but now I feel like he's just running without intent. Like I think he's just running to make meters. Like, I just don't. Like I said before, I don't think he's a 5'8", and I think many of you might share that opinion. But he seems more like a utility player. Maybe a backup 5'8", worst comes to worst, but once again, can you guess who the third person is when it comes to running meters? Do I have to say his name, Mr. Ponga? 183 meters. I'm getting tired of saying Callum Ponga everything, because he's dominating the stat every time. If he's not first, he's always second or third. He's the hype of the town and hype of the NRL. I think he's going to win Dalium this year. I'm just going to say it. Dalium for Callum Ponga, but our completion rate was just not good. 75%. Now, I'm sorry, but you're not going to win any games like that. I've seen good teams win very sloppily because of the talent they have in the side, like Melbourne or freaking Brisbane. But we're a team that's still on the rise. We're not going to win that kind of game yet. I could deal with Messi wins as long as we learn from them, but we really need to kind of... I know it's hard without Mitchell Pearce. Like, I'm not expecting too much, but do a better job than that. Like, come on. And I'm going to let's talk about some moments, positives and negative moments. And Ken Sio, who I thought is a good finisher. I have high raps on Ken Sio. He's a good finisher. I don't know why Ken Sio was dropped from Parramatta, or they didn't bother assigning him, because they really could have used him. He's a good finisher, good in the air. Something I didn't feel like we have before Uarte, although he wasn't the greatest under the high ball. But Ken Sio bombed 2 dead certain tries, and Nathan Brown said it. He knows it. Like, I can excuse Ken Sio because he's always a good finisher. This is probably the only game I've seen him play badly. Ken Sio is a good attacker, alright? And he scored some good tries, because he's in that game against the Tigers, he scored 3 tries. Without him, we don't score. But they may have been from good passes, but he finished them well. And this is what I was worried about. Damien Cook. Like, he's going to be in Origin this year, no doubt. But he just caught a snapping too easily. Like, I give full props to Damien Cook. And South Sydney they're good. I think they average team at best, because attack-wise they're a deadly threat, but defense you can strike them defensively. Listen, they've got a good forward pack. I'm not going to know, and a good going against our old teammate Dan Gagai, they've got a star-studded backline and a very good forward pack. But I feel like we should have performed a whole lot better. Like, I have high raps in our forwards, so we really should have done better than that. So I think that's really. And you know what? No, you know what? I forgot to put this in my little sheet of paper before I do my podcast. So I get stats, moments, again that changed. We actually came back. Like, I think it was 18-0. We came back. It was 12-18. I'm not sure what it was. But with those KNCA drops were crucial, man. We did a great job and a good pass set thing. I think, not Sienna Metalli, I think John Kenny Dow, but I can take that. That's a positive. That's one thing I could take out of this game. So taking against Penrith. So positives into next round. Slade Griffin, once again, he's doing his good. He's doing what I want and then some. Kalen Ponga, I don't have to say it. I'll let that speak for itself. And like I said, we came back. Analysis. We need Brock Clam back. Like, I know he's unconfident, but let him build his confidence in our role. If I'm Nathan Brown, I'm telling him, kid, play your best. Like, do what you did last year at the end. Remember what you did last year at the end, where you set up Lachlan Fitzgibbon with a couple of good tries and scored one yourself. Play like that. Just envision that. Just pretend you're playing another Parramatta, who I doubt we can beat this year. And we need a goal kicker. And that's why Brock Lamb could be useful. He's a good goal kicker. I'm still trying not to think about Belmore. I'm sorry to bring that up. I'm sorry to bring it up, but we need a goal kicker because right now Ken Seo is a backup and he's not a goal kicker. I've never seen him goal kick before as a backup. That you can do better than that, Nathan Brown. You can do better than that. So Daniel Saifidi needs to be starting. Like, come on, the kid's a talented kid. When he started, he had a great year for us last year. Why isn't he starting? I just don't buy Jacob Lilliman. He's been too neutral. He hasn't done a lot. Like, he hasn't done what I want him to do. So, and Connor Watson, like I said, he just ran without strategy. I think he just ran to make meters. It's not what I want at 5'8" at the moment. Because that, for me, F5 needs to be able to have not the best kicking game, like a basic kicking game and a passing game. I don't feel like he has that. And I'm gonna get knocked for this. I love this kid ever since he came into the NRL, and then he made the Australian side. Is Sione Mitaudi? It just does not look himself. Like, I hate to say that. I thought I'd never say this because I feel like he was great in the forwards, and I feel like this move back to the centres has kind of killed him a bit. Like, he scored a very good try, but defensively he's making defensive misreads, and he is a good defender. I was at a Parramatta game again. It was a Hunter Stadium game where we nearly beat Parramatta with that Rostock sadly dropped the ball. I was at the game and Sione came out with a fucking tackle. Like, a good old fashioned get that fucking in here kind of type tackle. You know what I mean? But Sione is just making, like, he might be making a lot of tackles, but those crucial tackles he's missing. It's the crucial tackles. Like, I don't believe stats are everything. I do believe, like, high stats are good, but there's too many defensive misreads. I'm just trying to simplify it. And I'm going to move to some off-field news. Tim Glasby. Could be. I feel like he wasn't spotted. No, that he wasn't spotted. Because I feel like if we could sign Tim Glasby, we would be a pretty big formidable forward pack because Melbourne were prepared to offer him the leadership role in the Melbourne Storm. So that's got to tell you something. Because if Brown manages to sign him, I'll say, good on you, Brownie. You've done your job, mate. You've done your job. So... unfortunately, that's it for this podcast. It's a short little podcast. I can't really talk for long periods, as you can see, but it's something I really want to do. I will do a bit more Q&As, but I have work, and it's just I don't have time to do stuff. But I'm just managing to squeeze this in. But hopefully, you like this episode of the podcast. And as for my predictions for the Panthers, sadly, it's a loss. I just don't see us winning. I just. Without Mitchell Pearce, I've just lost all hope of winning a game until he comes back. Sorry to say that, but Down Under Thunder out.